Yeah, I'm back again. Today, I'll be talking about salts. 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 Yeah, what drives my motivation to talk about this? We discover in our society today a lot of people have high BP, and I started looking into it myself, and I discovered that one of the things that drives the BP very high is salt. You see, in our society, you find people they want to taste salt. Even myself in the past, we put too much salt in our food, and after we have put salt in the food, we still want to sprinkle salt, raw salt, in our food. And now we are hearing, yes, we need salt in our body, but we don't need too much of it. By the time it's getting too much, it harms the body. And today we find a lot of people they eat so much about salt. You can never know how much salt is in your body until you do what they call electrolyte test. And there they will tell you this is the amount of sodium in your body. And today a lot of people are having high BP because of high intake of salt. And that's why I taken upon myself to talk about it today. Now, when you are cooking your food, it's not a must. You must taste the salt. Some people says, yeah, will it look if you have a food that doesn't taste salty? You eat what is healthy, not what you is just there for your taste. And so what I'm talking about is that it's high time you reduce your salt consumption. You know, today you see children or youth having high BP. We hear a lot of things today that we don't used to hear in many years ago. And that's why now we need to take precautions. We need to take cautions. When you eat a food, the taste of the food, do you feel it in your stomach? And the answer is no. And so the salt consumption has to be reduced. In our society, people cook rice, they put salt in rice, they cook soup, and they put salt in soup. By the time you start consuming all these things, it's becoming too much. And there are so many other things that we eat and that contain sodium, and then sodium, and it becomes very high and causes high BP. Now it's time to moderate our consumption of salt. If you put salt in your soup, you don't need to put it in the rice anymore. For example, if you put salt in your soup, you don't need to put it in the yam anymore. If you put salt in your rice, then you don't need to put it in the soup. So you choose the one you want and reduce the consumption of salt, and that makes salt healthier than what we are seeing today. Medical people are telling us today nutritionists, medical people, they are telling us today we should moderate our consumption of salt. And when we do that, we'll be more healthy, we become more healthier than what we see today in our society. If somebody continues to eat salt excessively, even in our society we say too much of everything is bad. And I'm saying it, you can verify it anywhere. When you eat salt too much, it's bad. We see a lot of high BP in our society today. Reduce the high BP by reducing the consumption of salt. If you can try it, just if your BP is already high, just cut off from salt maybe for about a week and try to check if it normalizes, maybe a week or two, and you'll be surprised that it will have effect, especially if the BP is as a result of too much consumption of salt. And so what I'm saying today is that let's cut down on the salt intake and live a better, healthier life. Thank you for listening. My name is Olusegun Bangbade. Thank you. We'll still meet again. Thank you.